Welcome back. I don't know what part this is because I stopped keeping track. So, yeah, I think this is part 4, maybe? I'm not really positive, so I'm just gonna go with it. So, welcome back to my How to Create a Clothing Mesh for The Sims 4 tutorial series. And today, I will be showing you how to do the Photoshop part. So, you don't got Photoshop? Torrenting. Anyway, so what you have to do is locate the stuff that you the textures and whatnot that you saved that I showed you in the last video. If you don't know about that, go check it out. So I think that's it. Yeah. Come on. I hate that Photoshop. Like, I don't know, there's like sometimes it'll like be really fast and then other times it'll just decide to be like annoyingly slow. So, okay, I know this is like a really bad time to do this, but I'm gonna take my sweatshirt off. So like, yeah, 1 sec. I'm not gonna do anything in the video for a moment. Okay, so I took my sweatshirt off and I feel better. So, now, this is if you're gonna use the baked one, which I highly recommend if you don't know like anything about making textures, me. But delete the body. You'll know which parts are the body. Let's be honest. Oops. So basically, just get your lasso tool, which over here, and shift, and select the other parts. Oh, that is not a body part. I don't know why I thought it was. I'm like really bad at explaining what buttons I'm using. So like if I ever like forget to mention like a button I'm using in like Photoshop or something, just be like, yo, how do you do that though? And I'll answer. And I'll be like, oops, sorry. I forgot to tell you. So just delete. Cool, the body's out of the way. So now you're wondering, well, my baked one looks pretty messed up. So you Control A and then Control C to copy the guide, and then Control Shift C. Oh, I mean, no, my bad. Control Shift V to paste in place. And mine looks like it's like messed up. Like it really looks like it's messed up. But it's not. This is what the UV looks like, okay? Like, the UV will look like, oh, shoot, like, it's not even, like, don't even worry about it. Like, it's supposed to look weird. So, notice how I have some, like, black spots, though, and, like, darker spots, and, like, nope. The Sims is, like, known for showing, like, every little flaw. So, get your lasso tool. This is, like, the messy way of doing it. Not really messy. It actually comes out really nice. I mean, basically, I just circle whichever parts that, like, kind of look, like, messed up, or they look a little darker. I don't know. I mean, my friend Nathan has watched me do this, like, 1,000 times, and honestly, like, it's a lifesaver. Like, it's so much easier and so much, like, better doing this. And I actually accidentally found out this method. Like, I just was watching a video, like, a long time ago about... I was like, when I first started, like, my blog, and I was like, how do I make photos look cool in Photoshop? And, like, this method was actually in it. So I didn't get all of it, but I mean, I did circle a lot of things. So I mean, I'm just gonna... So go stay in the lasso tool and then right click. Right click. Make sure you're selected on the right layer and then fill. Okay. And then notice how, like, you know, it's not weird, like, in certain parts anymore. So, I mean, like, I missed some parts, but, like, you know, that's what checking your work is for. So, and if you see any, like, kind of, like, weird parts that, like, make it look like it's, like, kind of, like, shaping into, like, a vertical, like, just fill that. Like, honestly, that's what I do. like, so it doesn't look like a vertical, like, this happens a lot when you decimate, so. I'm not even actually going to do this side, like, right here, besides, like, the pitch black parts, because there's other methods of, like, fixing that, so. I mean, like, honestly, like, I hate doing the texturing part because, like, I'm awful. I'm awful at it, but I'm not gonna do it in this video, but I'm gonna make, like, the shirt say stuff so that it looks better. And, like, different patterns instead of just plain Jane shirts like I always do, because I'm basic, so. So if you, I don't know, sorry this is, like, kind of, like, long and, like, tedious. I'm just, like, I'm going to be uploading this shirt, so I want to make sure that it looks really good. So I don't want to give anyone, like, crappy crap, so. Notice how there's certain parts that are, like, gray, but they're, like, darker than, like, you know, I want, like, over here, and here, and all up here, and it tends to happen in areas that, like, are, like, not facing the outside. So, basically, just go to adjustments, replace color, select, like, the color, and the fuzziness is just basically what you want selected. And then if you put the lightness up, like, that was before and that's after. Like, it really does a lot. Like, it really does. Like, it's good. So, and I just kind of do this in, like, sections at a time. And, like, if there's, like, any, like, little things, like, here, just fill it, honestly. Like, fill is, like, my go-to tool in, like, texturing. And if you're not sure, like, you're like, okay, like, great, the fill tool, what the hell does it even do? It basically just fills spots. Like, let's say that, like, I don't know, I added this, like, blackness. Let's say there was, like, a black spot, like, in the middle of the shirt. Like, I could select around it and click fill, and it would basically take the texture around, like, the main texture surrounding it, and, like, put it over that, if that, like, makes sense. But okay, if I, like, save this and then, like, I import it, like, that's what it looks like. Just keep in mind, though, like, Sims 4 Studio, like, see that black right there and, like, all that, like, weird stuff? Like, Sims 4 Studio makes it look, like, actually pretty bad. So, like, this shirt, oh, I have to fix that. This shirt actually doesn't look as bad in Sims 4 Studio. So, I mean, in game, it looks worse in Sims 4 Studio. But, like, if you see any of this, like me, I was being lazy and, like, you know, trying to rush. Like, I didn't even realize that. So now I have to go back and fix that and just take more time. But for the sake of, like, this video, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do it on my own time. But no, I'm not going to stop there. So, I didn't make this. Oh, yeah, I did. So, that's image size. Now, 2048 by 4096. Now, if you're wondering, how do I make things maxis match? Well, I'm gonna show you how, and I should honestly do that more often. I don't know why I don't. So basically, just copy, Control C, and then paste Control Shift C, or you can just Control C, but Control Shift C kind of, like, puts it in, like, it places it in the exact same place that it was. So I mean, I don't like this. Just, you know, fill tool. Like, seriously, I use a fill tool for everything. Like, it's really crazy, honestly. Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna just kind of like, I'm gonna like take pieces from this. That's honestly like, I'm just gonna control J, so, and then this is kind of like where like the boob area is, I guess. So it looks a little you know, messy right now, and it looks like, what's she doing? But like, trust me, like, I'll fix it in a moment. So basically, you want to select invert. So basically, you want to take your magic wand tool on your UV. Well, actually, first we want to delete the body. That is what we want to do. Like, this is like, I know like a lot of people like have like their tutorials like set up for like perfection, and like they do everything like so much faster, but like honestly, like, this is the process you do literally every time. So I mean, like, I'm not even gonna like lie, like, this is what it is like every single time. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it or anything. Like, it's seriously like annoying, but I mean, like, you know, some people enjoy the process. Me, not so much, but I mean, whatever. I like creating clothes, so. Basically, so take your magic wand tool, select Control Shift I to select the invert, and then go to select Modify Expand, expand by 1. Then click Control J, and then Control J again. Not again, sorry. I was just like thinking of like something else. I don't know why I said again, but okay. So then don't deselect it. And I'm sorry, when you click Control J, like, it deselects. So then select it, Control Shift I again, and basically just color it in like a dark color. And there's a reason for this, like, so like when I do this, like, if I click, hold Alt, and then in between these two layers, just click, it'll like do it to the shape of like that's, you know, why I did that. So okay. And like, I know that it's like the color is like off, like like all of that will be fixed. Trust me, I'm not going to let you have awkward stuff. Okay, I don't know why it just did that. Okay, and this is basically like just for the bottom, like the wrinkles and whatnot. Like, it makes it look more realistic. So um I know I'm like extremely quiet and it's probably like really awkward, but I'm just like trying to like show you. I'm not gonna do that. And I'm gonna redo this and then and yes, this process is annoying. Okay, now I'm gonna merge these layers and I'm just gonna kind of do what I would do. The fill tool, it just like makes everything better. Like this is like the best tool in the world, like not even joking. And like see how that like, you know, blends in. I'm just gonna like flatten the image for a second and like kind of like, oops, merge visible. I mean, don't flatten image because if the background's white, that's not good. And just kind of like preview what it looks like, and like I actually really enjoy the way this looks. So, I mean, like, yay for me. That was really ugly, like the way I said that, but okay. Like, okay, so I like the way this looks, and I know it looks a little awkward because, you know, the rest of it's black, so. But that is okay. I will finish fast forwarding what I'm doing to save time. So, yeah. Enjoy the rest of the time watching me, like, do this. Okay, I am now done doing this, but I would like to actually make some changes to this so that it doesn't look like discolored. Okay, merge visible and see how this looks. And you see there is going to be that little bit of awkwardness right there, which you can fix. I will explain it to somebody else if they need help. But this is the main reason why I don't make my custom content match, because then this happens and But that's basically how you make it maxis match. It's nothing special. But I'm going to use my big texture. I know it doesn't look like much of a texture, but that's because the Sims 4 Studio makes it look ugly. I will, however, show you, okay, what you need to do. You have to go into this warehouse tab, and this is crucial. You need to get rid of this. So I will put a file of all the stuff that you need to make it blank. So blank bump is what you put here. What you put here is the blank shadow. And what you put here is the blank speculars. And you can just, make a bunch of different colors. I mean, I'm not going to show you how to recolor because there's plenty of videos on just how to recolor stuff. But basically, make sure you put the mesh in all of the level of details. Make sure you put it to the right categories. And basically after that, you're done. So thank you for watching. I hope that this video series helped you. And if I missed anything or you have any more questions, please let me know. I will absolutely help you. And so have a good one, I guess. I don't know how to end videos, so